Just one. I just need this one. Trust me. The left
I
hook.
only need one too.
Okay.
You get that too.
That's fine. All right, then we both got it. We both got it.
Like, come on, bro.
I can't hear you.
I touched that.
What happens when two of boxing's most explosive talents step into the same room and let their egos do the talking? Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the undefeated knockout king, and Keane, the businessman Davis, the fast-rising Olympic sensation, were supposed to hype their fight at a routine press conference. Instead, they turned it into an all-out battleground. This wasn't just about promoting a match. It was personal, intense, and completely out of control from the moment these two stepped onto the stage. The energy was different, charged with hostility, and the kind of tension you could cut with a knife, but no one expected what happened next. So without further ado, let's dive into the action. The press conference had all the ingredients for drama. Gervonta Davis, already a household name with a string of knockouts and controversies, arrived with the confidence of a champion. The other side of the table was Keane Davis, a young, hungry fighter determined to make his mark by taking down one of the sport's most feared names. Even Mike Tyson has climbed the Keane hype train.
Davis, Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there.
No, I thought he was.
Ooh, there you go right here. The young guy.
Nice combination.
He's quick.
Good. Yeah. Ooh.
It's a harder puncher.
Both fighters came into the event with something to prove for Gervonta. This fight was about silencing doubters and showing that he's still the king of the lightweight division. Interview 4. But it wasn't just about skill or strategy. Their rivalry had already been simmering on social media, where jabs and insults had been flying for weeks. Fans were expecting fireworks, but no one could have predicted just how fast things would escalate. Keane came in with the swagger of an underdog, ready to shock the world, while Gervonta exuded the kind of confidence only an undefeated champion can. The press conference started with the usual questions about training camps, fight preparation, and game plans, but it didn't take long for things to spiral out of control. Keane didn't hold back, calling out Gervonta's past, controversies, and legal troubles.
I'm gonna tell you why he did punch to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
As I'm, like I said, once again, I'm talking to you, the great Roy Jordan, just correct me if I'm wrong. From his last 4 fights, I think he's gotten better at setting up punches.
Gervonta, never one to back down, fired back with insults that hit just as hard as his punches. The tension kept building, and before anyone knew it, words turned into shoves. We know Tank isn't a stranger to public brawls. Interview 5. That's the security team was on high alert, but it wasn't enough. Keane stepped forward aggressively, and Gervonta responded in kind. Chairs shifted, tables shook, and within seconds, fists were flying.
I prefer Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. Knock Tank short out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even gonna just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that. You got the power, you got the skill, the agility, he's patient. You know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short ain't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with. And he know that. His coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? So go fight the from Cuba. No, nigga, I don't fight. I want to fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fight. The are you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank, you know.
What started as a heated argument exploded into a full-on brawl. Keane and Gervonta charged at each other with security scrambling to pull them apart. Cameras captured the chaos as members from both teams got involved, turning the stage into a war zone. To understand why this press conference was such a big deal, you have to look at the history between these two fighters.
I'm really looking at it like, okay, so what? That I DM'd you about sparring. So what? No cap. Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. I don't need you, bro. I do not need you, bro. I don't. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm going to be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm going to make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you. Little dude, little dwarf. Oop.
The bad blood between Gervonta and Keane has been boiling for months. It all kicked off when Kisan took shots at Tank on social media, claiming he was ducking real challenges and padding his undefeated record with easy wins.
What I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shaver was a puncher. Everybody had something they wanted to take. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have power. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of competition.
Yes,
He's doing that a lot.
And he got to be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that,
Tank brushed off the trash talk like it was nothing, but behind closed doors, the disrespect clearly struck a nerve. This press conference wasn't just about words. It was Tank's chance to make a statement, and he did it in a way no one saw coming.
Knockout, you know, you come out sharp and put the man to sleep, you know. So, you know, he is next up. He's going to be a great fighter.
He's calling for Tank. Now,
he beats Tank.
Yeah, you think so?
Gervonta Davis beats Tank, in my opinion. I believe to give him a good ass spanking.
Brawl was just the beginning. With a guy like Tank involved, things are bound to get heated as we get closer to Fight Night Interview 10. Keane. This was a wake-up call he's been riding high on. Confidence. But this moment showed that there's still a gap between him and Tank, not just in terms of skill, but also in terms of presence and control.
At the next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight, you're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
I feel like I beat Tank too as well. Only time I see him come out fast. Like fast. It's on the cruise, I know boxing, and also I know myself. So yeah, the obvious. Next step would be for Tank and Keane to settle things in the ring. Fans are already clamoring for the fight, and the press conference only added fuel to the fire interview.
Is Keyshawn ready based on this performance to take on Tank Davis, and how does that fight
Yes,
play
I
out?
feel like Keyshawn is ready to take on a guy like Tank. I think that Keyshawn is one of the most skillful fighters in the sport of boxing. I always told Keyshawn since a young kid he can fight. I just don't like the fact that he's running on media and not keeping a buck, saying that he was beating me up and Shakur had to like rile me up to spar him. This make no sense. Shakur is a better boxer than Keyshawn. And if I'm in there doing millions of rounds with Shakur, what makes you think that Shakur has to hype me up to spar Keyshawn? Like, but it is what it is. He got to hype himself up. He got to build himself. I don't really try to pay too much mind to that. But like I said, Keyshawn is a great fighter. I always thought Keyshawn.
12. Gervonta Tank. Davis has already hinted that 2025 could be his final year in the ring, which means every move he makes now is about protecting his undefeated record and securing his legacy as one of boxing's greatest.